Yeah, good evening. How are you?
Well, I'm fantastic, but the business level is not the way what I expected. That is the only problem. Other than I am always positive and I am great.
Well, don't be disappointed. Just think positive.
You look at the world map, the Turkey, north part of Turkey, fire, south part of Turkey, fire, and Middle East fire. And under this condition, we are trying to get the business link to connect with the proper business people. And as you said, if you get in touch with the 3 years back and still you couldn't get a goal, something should be wrong with this kind of people.
I know that's why I try to give it to you because to me, he's not really a buyer. He's just thinking that he can link the gold to the end buyer. Hmm. But he doesn't have the
But
money.
no, he is, I believe, connected with some jewelry for find out cheap gold where they can buy and bring to the Istanbul and make a profit of it. So if they make some jewelry and they get some benefit of it. So this is their mentality, but it is a gold business, and their mentality is very cheap, very
So
cheap.
that is the reason why he couldn't get the gold because no one is giving him for free. Nobody.
And we'll never get.
Hmm.
We'll never get to.
I just rejected this buyer's agent and he lived from Australia. He's from Melbourne and he was dealing with the poor joker broker. I turned him down and I told him you have no idea about gold. You're just searching and searching until you become frustrated and you landed to Wilhelmina. And I rejected them and I told him don't waste my time. Gold is not for joker. Hmm.
Well, one way to other way, I don't know, my dear sister. If you make
Well, we don't have any problem. The only thing you have a problem when you deal with the small buyer. We are not dealing with the small buyer because this is $1 million worth of gold. The buyer has
yeah,
to convince him and also to convince us his credential. You cannot just get the gold without putting a capital. This is $1 million worth of business. Hmm.
yeah, you're
I would
right,
laugh at
absolutely right.
them. Everybody knows me. Just like one of my friend, he went to Dubai and he just arrived in UK, and he said that a lady knows me from UK, and
Mm-hmm.
her husband was being kidnapped in Africa. And I told my friend the reason why he was being kidnapped because he's been bargain, and he went to the village. A minute you bargain, the seller, the owner of the gold will get angry.
Yeah, they
He
will
will
pissed off.
kidnap you. I can guarantee you. Yes.
Where they from? They've been from Australia or Philippines?
No, this buyer from UK.
Ah, UK. Okay.
And
No, British.
she said that she knows me. To my friend said, "Well, Amina, this UK lady knows you." I said, "Well, everybody knows me." And my friend says that her husband was being kidnapped. And I told my friend the reason why he was being kidnapped, maybe her husband keep on bargain. Hmm.
And they have also cheap mood. They are
Their cheap
always,
mentality. Hmm.
yeah, they are always looking for cheap and cheap brand. I know when I was working on board the cruise ship, when they come to dining room for dining, they were looking on the wine list cheapest wine. You come to cruise once in a lifetime. Why you don't order? You have the money, but they have a cheap mentality. These people always looking
Exactly.
for.
Exactly.
And in the gold, whoever is coming to do buy gold and going to the village, going to the unknown place, they all deserve it because they are not dealing with the business properly. There is no
Yes.
cheap
You're gonna be
goods. There
kidnapped
is
or you're gonna
right.
be chop. Yeah, there was an
Yeah,
Indian went to Ghana 7 years ago. He was being chop. Hmm.
yeah, because they are not dealing with the business proper level. Well, I believe these things will be still continue right now. Russia, Vladimir Putin staying calm, but they'll continue. continually loading military from the
Well, most of
from
the
the
buyer today, because of the Israel and Palestinian have a problem, most of the buyer they moved to Dubai because Dubai is a safe place to deal business. But the problem is in Dubai, there's a lot of smuggler. If you go on my platform, there was a lady, the niece of the president of Zimbabwe. She was being caught.
yeah, yeah, I have seen this. I have seen.
Yeah, she was being caught, and also a smuggler from Mali, bound to Dubai. They were also caught. Yeah, you're gonna be caught because they think
Yeah,
that we can monopolize the Africa. Africa would not deal with you if you are a smuggler because the custom will seize the gold. Hmm.
yeah. A few days ago, in Germany, German custom petrol border people, they arrested three people.
See,
I mean, two people, I believe. Yeah, 50 kilo gold and close to half a million euros. They've been arrested in the one car, and they've been heading to the Turkey.
see. That's why I always advise the buyer through my vlog that do not cut corner. Why not just ship it and use the shipping agent and present the full documentation that you have paid. And if you cut corner, that is the time that you're gonna be arrested. There was a lady from Kenya. She brought the gold to India. A minute she landed into the airport, she was being arrested. Hmm.
Because the government employees, they are not stupid, especially these the custom border employees. They are clever. They know.
Yeah, they have an X-ray. Your luggage will be
Yeah,
X-ray. Just imagine when I returned from my holiday, right? And I didn't declare that I put the peanuts into our luggage and sealed it. When they X-ray our luggage, the custom says, "Okay, sit aside," and they open our luggage because we didn't put on the form that there is a peanuts. Lucky our custom in Brisbane, they are very understanding. Yeah, the peanut was sealed. I bought that on the duty free, but I didn't declare it. So these
yeah.
people,
Can
these
you
crook
imagine?
people are, and then they're gonna blame Africa. Blame yourself. Don't blame Africa. Blame yourself because you are greedy. The
Yes,
people are
yes,
crook buyers are greedy, especially Indian. Indians are the worst. Mm.
yes. They like to bargain and look for the cheap. I'm still laughing. This guy who was making last time interview with you.
The buyer has to pay the gold and the government sales tax. In fact, I was the one who told my seller to waive the tax. Our selling price tax included. Yeah, but buyers only think about profit. They're thinking about the short term, not think about long term. And then they come to
Yeah,
Wilhelmina when they search gold on YouTube, and then my video pop up into their phone. They come to me for bigging. I'm not a bigger. And I told this buyer stuck in Sierra Leone, don't big. The more you big to Wilhelmina, the more I can consider you as a bigger. Hmm.
yeah,
Gold
but they
business
are
is not
beggar.
for bigger.
They are beggar because they have to beg because they don't have nothing to beg them up. You know that's why they are beggar.
Well,
For
I don't beg
for
to people. You just read.
yeah, you don't have to because you have a huge potential. You have a mining companies behind you. What else you need to ask? You know, you have a huge backup to you.
Yes.
For me, it is easy to understand because I was dealing with the petrochemical commodities with my Iranian friends connection. So it is some sort of one way to other way, same type of business. Either way, buying petrochemicals because the refinery company, after qualifying, after receiving actually all the documents from the buyer candidate, they go through, they contact with the buyer banks, they cooperate, they ask, they find out the financial situation and reliability of the buyer, and after then petrochemical companies, refinery company sent invitation to me, come sales purchase agreement, how many quantity of commodity unit per month, 50,000 per meter ton, diesel fuel, jet fuel, whatever unit. So exactly the same thing with the gold trading too.
Exactly. I'll give you an example. My brother is a captain in the ship. And my brother was impressed about my caliber. You know what my brother says to me? You know, in Japan, because he is the captain in the ship, the Japanese would not allow him to leave the ship in the port unless the buyer make a down payment of 50%. So the Japanese, when Japanese receive the payment, then the Japanese say, okay, we receive the payment. Then he instruct my brother to leave the ship on the middle of the ocean. The balance of 50% has to be in the Japanese bank account. If the Japanese cannot receive the balance, then the Japanese will advise my brother not to proceed the shipment. My
Well,
brother
he's
was
working in the
my brother was impressed with my caliber. He's a captain on the ship.
yeah,
Hmm.
he's working in the oil tanker.
Yes, he is. He traveled around the world
I know.
carrying tanker. Yes, he is. And you know what my
Okay.
brother was saying? How did you know this? I said, well, you know me.
Yeah,
My brother was saying to me, Ramis, your seller is lucky to have you and the buyer
yeah.
because you educate the buyer. Yes. No matter how I educate the buyer is still crook, smuggler, and money laundering and gold laundering. They are mafia. Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're
No,
mafia.
if you, can you imagine that even the Canadian companies came to Turkey and they get from the government open gold mining companies license, and they are running mining company business in my country. And country jewelry manufacturer, they are buying expensive as a raw material gold, and they are trying to keep survive to their business. You see one way, the other way, how the government is might be corrupt. Why you giving chance to Canadian companies? Let them
Today,
run mining.
according to my operation manager, there are delegations of European arrive in Conakry today because time to time the operation manager always update me. They are investing on the country on mining. Mhm. Because
It's a sweet
Conakry is
money.
the number 4 gold producer. Mali is the third. Right. There's a
Yeah,
delegation right now in Conakry. And those crook buyers, they say, oh, I was being scammed. Well, whose fault is that? Hmm.
yeah. Yeah, because it's sweet money. You pay for the license, let's say 70,000 or $100,000 is nothing because they will get back million and billion dollars
Yes.
from this money.
Doesn't matter if you have a license, but if your shop has no supply, how you gonna operate if you don't have the supply? Very simple.
No, I mean for the gold mining, opening gold mining companies for government license, let's say you pay to government 70,000 or $100,000. At the end, it is worth of nothing because they will get back million
No,
and
Ramis,
billion dollars.
2020, there was an investor from Middle East. And he come to
Mm-hmm.
my seller's office, and I was on the other office with my client. And they
Okay.
were wearing a nice suit. They are a big investors. They are going to inject 10 million right and there. So the
Mm-hmm.
head office, the father, almost signed the contract. Almost. So the father called me. What my opinion? I said, why you call me? And he said that we have an investor. They are going to invest on mining as a partner. 70-30. Right and there I said no. And my head of my CEO said why? And I told my CEO, you already exist and you have a huge deposit of gold in your mines. And a minute you're gonna pass away, this investor they will kick your children because 70 is the investors and you are only 30, and your children has no idea. You know the father did not sign the contract because of me. Can you imagine that?
Yes, I believe you've been mentioned this one to me, and I will say you just misinformed to your the mining company owners. Do you know why?
No.
The moment when he signed this agreement, he will lose all his right because he's a
Exactly.
second
That's what I explained to my CEO. That's
but
exactly what I said.
it's passed away. The moment when he signed the contract, he will lose his right automatically, and his partner will be the owner of the mine.
Exactly. I saved the company. I save it. You
Right?
know what? You know that my CEO said, "Thank God you are very honest person. Thank God you saved
Yeah,
me." I said, "Don't." And I told my the CEO, "Do not believe on buyer. Do not. If the
yeah,
buyer cannot show his $1 billion in a piece of paper in his bank account and verify that buyer, then I will believe. But do not give in your precious mineral in your country. Do not."
yeah, yeah,
What I have
yeah,
suggested to my head office that, okay, the buyer wants to invest, we will pay him in gold. He can invest in machinery, right? We can pay him in gold every month or every week. But 70 70 30, no. No. Hmm.
I don't know, sister. You know, when I listen all these kind of things around me, or like you are telling me, I will say myself, my God, am I living in this planet? What kind of mentality these people? God give
There's so
them
many
such a
crook.
huge gift. No, like this gold mining company owner, God give you such a wealthiness, and but you don't know how the way supposed to use it. My God.
Well, that is why they hired me. That is why they need someone to advise them. You know, Ramis, I'm gonna give you my background. I'm in sales for 36 years. I sell a lot. I sell mobile phone, I sell funeral arrangement, I sell property. Buying and selling exactly the same. There is no difference.
Yeah,
Buying in gold and diamond exactly the same. You have the money, we can do business. If you don't have the money,
yeah,
forget about it. Something like that. Those joker buyer and joker broker hates my guts. That is their problem, not my problem.
yeah.
The reason why
You
they
know,
hate my
you
guts because I rejected them, and then they're gonna say, "Oh, well, Amina is a scammer." I will ask you, Ramis, define me the word scammer if I'm a scammer.
Yeah, do you know why I like with you most, my dear sister? Because of your pure and clean heart. Can you imagine if could be in your shoes someone else during that time when your gold mining company was dealing with this Middle East investors? You should, you if you could, you know, you have like a cynical personality, you should go and run to deal with the investor. Listen, I will arrange everything for you, but I want from you such a
No, I don't
10%,
want to do that.
20%.
No,
Yeah,
that
but
is a
you know,
conflict of
if could,
interest.
yeah, I know. If could be someone instead of you, I am going to tell you. If someone, you know, can you imagine how what kind of disaster they could do, you know, set up for this mining company guy? You know, it's just sad, you know, so sad. Should
They don't
so
like
sad.
me, well, Ramis. They don't like Wilhelmina. They're scared of me. They are.
Well,
Why they're
don't worry.
scared? Because they're smuggler, they're crook. Hmm.
Yeah, even if you stay alone, one person in this life never change your personality as stay as honest. Simple as that. Because
No.
honest people they never change.
If you have the money, we can do business. If you don't just if you just bluffer, I can sense that immediately you bluff me. Just an hour ago, I reject this chain of joker broker. Hmm. One Australian, one from United States, one from Nigeria, and one from Africa. They said, "Oh, madam, I have a buyer." I said, "Which buyer?" So when they connected me on WhatsApp, right and there, I listened to this bullshit buyer's mandate from Australia. They're boastful. And I told this buyer's mandate, "Are you finished?" And he said, "Yes. Sorry, you're not qualified. Tell your buyer to send a formal letter of interest. Your buyer is a refinery in Europe. He knows the business. He knows." So I rejected him. He doesn't know. You know what I mean? So you are mute. I don't know why you're mute. Hmm. But anyway, nice talking to you. You
it's open.
yeah, go ahead.
It's open. Yeah, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you, but you were mute a while ago. But anyway, Ramis, thank you very much for our conversation, our live
Well,
conversation. Yeah.
thank you. Thank you so much. It has been always my pleasure to having you such a nice and mind flashing conversation with you, dear Mrs. Wilhelmina Ford. And we are in the continuous searching, and the new year is approaching, and
Let
we are
them be
positive.
hungry. Let them be hungry,
Yeah,
Ramis, because it's Christmas, and the price of
yeah,
gold is ups and down. So let them be hungry. 2024. If the price of gold high, my service, my consultant fee gonna be increased again. Yes,
yeah. Today is 1,965
which is
dollars per ounce.
$63,000.
Yeah, I just check it now. It says 1,000.
Just a moment,
Yes,
I'm
here
gonna
you
have
go.
a look on the dollar value.
68 is already 1,968.
See? Just a
Yeah.
moment, I'm gonna have a look on the gold dollar value. Just a moment. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 63 to 68.76 in dollar term.
This is from where? From UK?
From the world market. From the world market.
That's what it is. There is always $2, $3 options. So Turkey is $5 more expensive. 68.
In
Okay.
every country have different pricing. Yeah. I'm based on the US dollar in United States in New York. Yeah.
Yeah, the kilo is in US dollar 63,274.
That's
Sales
right.
price.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Australia the price of gold in Australian dollar is 67. Australian dollar. 1 kilo is
Yeah.
67. Mm-hmm.
No, this is US dollar. In the US dollar.
No, I mean in Australia, when you buy gold in Australia, it's 67 per kilo.
How, how is he doing? How is he doing, my friend? He started the diet. Your husband.
Yeah, my husband is okay.
you you
He
put you
recover.
for diet process. Yeah. Okay. So thanks very much and.